There's certain cuts that I like that a lot of people don't use, that are afraid to use, that don't know how to use them. For example, skirt steak, flat iron,
Sure. Yeah,
beef
kind of
cheeks,
right.
beef tongue.
Yeah.
Beef tongue's one of the most tender, most delicate pieces of meat I've ever put in my mouth. And it's like it just falls apart, and a lot of people shy away from it. But if they didn't know what they were eating and they ate it, they'd be like, "Oh, it's the best, most tender piece of meat."
Well, that's the challenge of a chef, right? Is, you know, you can have ribeyes and New York strips all day, but your
All
profit
day,
margin is
every
so
day.
small.
That's true.
You know, I was joking around at the Prosper guys yesterday, and I was like, hey, like, I'd love for you guys to start raising some veal for me. So I'd love to serve veal on the menu. And they said, well, we could do that, but you'd have to buy half the veal. So I started thinking, okay, well, I obviously have my, you know, veal chops and the really, you know, expensive high-end cuts. But then I'm thinking, yeah, what am I going to do with the tongue, with the, you know, the tail, with, you know, all these lesser cuts? That's where you actually make your money, right?
True.
So I can imagine even just taking some of this fat and like grinding it, rendering the fat, and for the tongue, for example, like, you know, confit that tongue.
Yeah.
Maybe shave it really thinly and make a beautiful Vietnamese, like a banh mi sandwich or something.
I think like foie gras right away with veal. I don't know, that's just me.
Foie gras
I
veal?
do love foie gras.
Heck yeah.
And veal's actually one of my favorite things to eat.
You know, it's fun. I mean, again, you can grill a perfect steak, right? Like anybody can even do that at home now. You watch a couple Food Network shows or whatever, and you're chilling and grilling, right? So it's like the guys that can confit and braise, and you know, in my restaurant we have electric combi ovens.
I saw
almost
that.
every night those things are going all night at a low temp,
slow and
just
low.
cooking all night. And then the AM sous chef comes in and pulls that out. It's been, you know, slowly confiting or braising for 12 hours, and you've got a $2 cut of meat that you can then make something amazing out of instead of, you know, a $20 cut.
Or the shanks. You know what I mean? A lot of people just turn it into ground.
Yeah.
And that's a great way to do like a family style thing, to where you can get a big old beef shank with bone that sits about this big, and serve it tableside. Feeds 4 or 5 people easily. Easily.
Yeah, so that's where you make your money.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, you buy those lesser
The
cuts.
poor man's cuts.
The poor man's cuts, yeah.
Because then you're putting more into it. You're putting more love into it. You're braising it. You're letting it hang out for 12 hours, 16 hours, or doing the whole sous vide thing now, which works great as well.